Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is April Showers of DRT Radio FM, the Truth to Radio April Showers Network. And on Mixcloud, we support MCDE, and on Twitch, we support the Homestyle Music Group, and on YouTube, if you can go to my community wall, you will see all of the people that I share their posts. Again, you can go to my community wall and you will see I share everybody's post. I want us all to make it. We are really trying to help those get to 1K. And I am waiting on Steve Gilmore to come join us. And we will discuss family values. Can we bring them back in the Black family? So I am just waiting on the co-host. I just want to share my experience when I was growing up as a child. I had to respect my adults. There was no talking back. All of us cousins was together, and that's all I knew was my cousins on my maternal side. And then I had a few friends. We moved, and that's when I was living in Chicago. We moved to Joliet, and that's when I was to meet family on my paternal side. But for the most part, I grew up around a family where we cared and we looked out for each other. Um, and we were all checkable. We had to all listen to adults. I grew up in the era in the 70s where people respected each other and they looked out for each other. It did not matter what your religious or background, you know, people looked out for everybody back then. Mm. Hey, Pan. Okay. All right, Steve. I got the link posted. Hold on. I'm going to post the link again. Okay, that's the link, Steve. So you, um, what I like about Steve Gilmore is Steve is talking about bringing back the family. Okay, Steve, we're going you to click on that link. You have to click on that link, Steve, and then you can join the show. No, I'm getting ready to dry these. These are all dry. Okay. So I'm waiting on you, Steve, to join the panel so we can get started on the show and bringing back the basics for the Black family. So I have the link, and I'm just waiting on you to come on. I also do shows on Friday with B Sparrow. It's B Sparrow Talk, and we go over things uh, that's happening in the world and how they affect the Black community. Okay. Hey, Panama. So yeah, uh, the Black family has lost respect for each other. That's all I can say. The kids coming up today are very disrespectful. They don't mind. They don't listen. Can't nobody tell them nothing. They have all of the answers. And then the thing of it is, you have people that go along with this type of behavior. Cool gamer. Oh, Pan from Greece. Hello. Steve, I'm just waiting on you to click the link. Panama City. Hello. And Steve Gilmore. Hey, Pan. I know I must drink a glass of water. Yeah. So you have the basic dynamic of the family where it's been destroyed. And so I'm just wondering if he come up and and talk about it. Okay. Okay, so Steve has joined us, and we are extremely glad to have Steve join us this evening. How you doing, Steve? So we're just waiting on Steve to get a good internet connection. Hey, go to those clothes. Uh, a black Mexican. Talk about the black family and how the uh, the cycle has been broken. Okay. Steve, you're gonna have to go out and maybe come back in. Okay, Steve, are you there? Hey, Noonie, how are you? How you doing, Noonie? Yeah, and another subject that that wait a minute. Okay, I am waiting on Steve to come in. Looks like he might be having some issues. Can everyone hear me loud and clear? Noonie, can you hear me? Pan, can you hear me? Wow, I really hate to get Steve on the show. Hey, Shy City, can you hear me? I'm just trying to make sure everyone can hear me. What I'm going to do is I am dropping the link. If anybody wants to come up and join the panel and talk about what has happened to family values in the Black family. Okay, so what I have witnessed and what I have experienced. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, everybody, hold on for just one moment. Okay, okay. So can everyone hear me? Wow, I'm sad that Steve couldn't join us. Okay, let's see. Okay, Steve. Yeah, he's wow, wow. I just really, oh, I hate this. Dang it. Okay, so hopefully it will freeze, and hopefully we can get Steve. Hey, Georgia girl. Shy City Cat says, I feel that family values and morals start with the parents. If the parents get into it, they talk in front of the kids and let kids act in an adult manner and don't correct them. Hello, Georgia girl. I'm going to post the link if anybody wants to come up. What I'm seeing is there are no values. Uh, the rule of thumb is you're supposed to respect everybody. You're supposed to respect your elders. Hey, black girl beauty, you don't talk about adult subjects in front of kids. And all of this, I don't like one family member. I don't like this one. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, some people were blessed where they only had two siblings. They didn't come from a big family. It's not their fault. Hey, Reese. And so all of this go along stuff, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. And also, what I'm learning too is family don't always have to be your blood. All skin folks ain't kinfolk. And don't get me started on the alleged Christian, the ones that are in so-called positions, but they cause the motel in the family. Yeah. And you are so correct, Sky City Cat. Instead of running when an issue happens, family needs to talk about it. Yeah, they do. I don't have an issue with biting my tongue. I'm gonna let the world know, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel. And if you don't like it and don't ever contact me again, I don't care. If you are a dirty family member that goes around causing confusion, causing separation, talking about other family members, then I don't need you to be part of my family. I don't need you. Okay, try to come back in again, Steve, because I was adding you. You were freezing up. And what's really funny to me, how you doing together? We break the chain, Reese. I also love the family member. Okay, Steve, I'm adding you. It's like you're going around in a circle. I have added you. Oh yeah, Chi City Chat, you are so correct. The reason messy family members stay messy is because no one will call them out on their mess until it's too late. And you got that right. But I love how family, they'll try to flip the script when you tell them about themselves and say you're the toxic person. No, you're the toxic person. Beware those type of family members too. I don't know what's the yeah, they don't address. See, I defend my family, and then I also tell them about themselves too. Yeah. I don't want no, just like I don't want dirty, low down people around me. I don't want dirty, low down family members around me neither. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Shy City Chat. Oh, they good at that. Shy City Chat says. Then when they call them out, they run and try to make everyone upset with you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at a point in my life. I'm glad to be 60. I do not care about what people think about me. People don't make me, nor can they break me. And that's family or friends. Okay, let's try to get Steve in here.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you now. There you go.
I've been here for a while. I was wondering what was going on.
I know. It's something with this internet. So wait a
Oh,
minute.
okay.
Well, yeah, Shy City Cat. That's what you're supposed to do. You're
Who's that?
supposed to,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So we got Steve Gilmore in here, and he's gonna talk about family values too. Yeah.
I was
And
raised.
so Shy City Cat has affirmed it. I was raised to take up for my family in public, then call them out in honey, I know some family members, they calling out other people, telling them don't fool with other family members.
Huh. Yeah, well, that's
I
true.
know some folks going around saying other families are dirty.
Mm, yes, that's so true.
And they
Right.
are.
I was
Yeah,
raised to take up my.
okay.
Okay, she said I was raised to take up my for my family in public, then called them out in private. I mean, that's the first I ever heard of that one, though. But I mean, that's a good way to do things if you're going to do it. Don't call your family out in public because that's kind of embarrassing. So she did it the right way. I applaud her for doing that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, she did it the right way.
Well, well. So, last week we did the show and I had to remove that show. I
Right.
wanted to talk about family values because in
Okay.
the family we don't have any values anymore. And
Right.
all of the sayings of family that prays together stays
Stays
together.
together. That's right.
And so separation, division
Uh
is
huh.
all in the family.
That's right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Yeah. hmm
Absolutely.
yeah. So we don't want people whooping our children anymore. And we talked about that last week. Well, you don't necessarily have to whoop them. You have to spank them on their hand.
Yes.
But like I say, those are bad and evil spirits. When you got family that's sitting up talking about other family, not
Right.
trying to help them, will
Uh
help
huh.
other people. They don't want you at their house or
Mm-hmm.
stay at their house, but they let their other friends come and live with you.
Right. Exactly.
They'll dog their family out and treat their families better than they ever did you. They'll
That's
treat their
true.
friends better than their family.
Yes, you're right. You're right about that. Oh yeah.
hmm Now, Shy City Chat, you want to read her comment? And I'm going to
Yes.
give you the floor, Steve. You could go on and talk. I'm going to check some laundry.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It says as us as black people need to learn how to have conversations about corrections in private instead of blasting us across social media. And you are so right, Miss, because that's really embarrassing when you blasting all of your private business all across social media. You don't have to do it that way. Just like you said before, you can talk to your people in privacy. And I think that's the best way to do things. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. Just do it in private with your family. Don't try to put them on blast out in the opening. You know what I mean? Yeah, you don't have to do it that way. But you're doing it the right way, sister. So I applaud you for that. Yes, I do applaud you for that. Any more questions? If anybody got any questions, you can ask me. But what we were discussing last week were family values. And what we were talking about was, I was saying we don't have any family values anymore because a lot of people, they don't do the things that they used to do. I mean, I see back in the 70s or 80s, families would sit down at the table together and have dinner. The father's at the head of the table, the mother's at the other end, and the kids are all around the table. That's the way family used to be. But I mean, considering today, this new generation, one person might be in that room, somebody might be in that room, somebody might be sitting out on the front steps, somebody might be sitting out on the back steps, somebody might be in the basement eating eating dinner. That's the way things are now. We're so divided as a family. We need to come back together. Yeah, we need to come back together because we don't have that family structure anymore. Because for one thing, I think a lot of fathers are missing from these homes. But still, that's not an excuse because you can sit down with your mother and have dinner too. There's no excuse. We just need to get back to old traditions. That's what I think. Yeah, so that's what we was discussing about last week.
Yeah, old traditions.
Yeah, the old traditions. Yeah,
Eating dinner at the family table.
right.
You know, and then the respect for elders.
Oh
And
yeah,
people don't even check on their elders.
they sure don't. They sure don't.
Mm-mm.
I just did. Okay, it says okay. It says no. No, the floor is yours, sir. Mm.
Yeah, the floor is yours. Steve.
Yeah, but
And
okay.
then Shy City chat, if you want to come up, you can join the chat.
Sure.
Now I'm gonna tell you what I've seen in families.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen families where they sit up and they talk about the parents,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
about to the kids.
Oh yeah. And that's
There
not a
is
good
no
thing.
way,
Mm-mm.
no kid, no
Right.
no relative should be talking about a family member in front of kids.
Yep. That's exactly right. That's true. Yes. Because that's not good. Because for one thing, when we were coming up, kids stayed in the kids' place. When grown folks were talking, your mother would tell you to go in another room or go somewhere else. They wouldn't even sit around and let you listen to what they're talking about. But now kids hear everything that's going on in the household and everything. Even if a parent had a bill, they were late on or something, even the kids shouldn't even know nothing about that. They might be getting ready to be evicted, but still the kids should not hear that or know anything about that. All a kid needs to be is a kid. They don't need to know anything
Exactly.
about what's going on in the household. They don't need to know none of
No,
that.
no,
Good evening.
no.
Let's see who's this.
And
Bad.
like I said, we don't stick by our family,
Right. We
no
don't.
matter what. Mm-mm.
When we should, because family is all we got. Blood is thicker than water. So we got to stick with our families, no matter what. As the first young
Mm-hmm.
lady said. Yeah, as the first young lady said, you can talk to your family in private. Don't do it on blast because that could cause a lot of confusion. It may even cause a fight. You never know. So it's best to do it in private, like she said. So I agree with her on that point of view. Yes. Mm. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to everybody in the chat. Hope everybody's having a blessed and wonderful day. Yes. And another thing, something just came to my mind. I was thinking about the mental health thing, man.
Oh yeah, it's bad in the black community.
Oh yeah. You see, this is the thing. the mental health in the black community is very, very bad at this point in time. I never seen it this bad as it is now because they're not helping these people. For one thing, the first thing they want to do is lock you up when that's not even going to help you. If you have a mental situation going on with you, you need to get some help. You need to get some serious help and get into one of these programs so you can get on medication or whatever, or either sit down and talk to a psychiatrist or whatever, you know, something like that. You don't need to go to jail. That's wrong right there from the jump.
And
Yeah.
there is nothing wrong with talking to a therapist
Right.
and put on
Exactly.
medication. I mean, I've been on antidepressants
Yes.
during different times in my life. There
Mm-hmm.
is nothing wrong. Now, again, I'm going to say this.
Mm-hmm.
You can pray about some things. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong. God is the head of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have to go get some professional help.
Yes.
If
I agree.
you see your child is getting out of control
Mm-hmm.
and doing something wrong, we need to start addressing this stuff. We
Yes.
don't need to send little Billy Bob down south to some relatives' house for
Right.
a year if they
Mm-hmm.
done touch somebody in the family. No,
Right.
you need to address them and you need to go get them some damn help.
That's true. Yes. Because I remember we were discussing this last week when you were saying
Right.
that a lot of times when a kid maybe I say a little girl, she might come to her mother and said such and such, my uncle touched me. But see, the parents, a lot of times the mother don't. She believe it, but she want to be in denial. And because I've had this happen in my family. But it's some people just want to stay in denial. They know it's true what the kid is telling them, but they don't want to believe it. They just want to stay in denial. I don't know why, but these are some of the results that you get. And I've heard a lot of people say this. They have told their mother there was what was going on in the household, and they didn't believe them. I've heard this a lot of times, honestly. Yes, I've heard it a lot of times. I said, April,
No, Looney, hey Looney, he's off. He's in the show. Did you want to join the panel?
mm-hmm,
No, he was able to get in, Looney. Now I'ma
mm-hmm,
tell you, Steve,
mm-hmm.
I didn't deal with the insect, and it's been hard for me
I
to
understand.
wrap.
Yeah, I
But
would
I,
imagine.
but
Yeah, I would imagine it was something hard to deal with. Yeah,
huh?
I say I would imagine it was something hard to deal with.
Well, no, I said I never went through it.
Oh,
See, I
okay.
was
You never.
with my
Okay.
cousins when
Right.
I
Right.
was
Okay.
coming up,
Okay.
and we were taught that we are cousins. Don't be playing nurses. That's not right.
Right.
But I see in the black community, this is
Mm-hmm.
a big issue
Yes, it
where
is. It's a
we got
very
the
big issue.
touchy, Philly feel
Mm-hmm.
ankles. Now I'm
Yep.
gonna give
You're
you
right.
the floor.
Yes, it's usually always a family member who's doing this. Because a lot of people, I hear people today say, "No, I don't trust him with such and such and such." But I would never leave my kid with this person. They be naming names. I said, well, that's kind of a shame, man. Anytime you can't trust your kid with your family members, man. I mean, what type of minds do these people have when they want to do things like this, man? Sometimes I'd be wondering what kind of mind does this person really have? Anytime you want to touch a little girl, I mean, what satisfaction is he going to get from touching a little girl? Tell me, somebody, I'm waiting. I mean, because I've heard people, I mean, I've actually heard people talk about this. over and over and over. But it's no results. No results. Like I said, I've heard little girls telling their mother, and the mother don't believe them. And then years later, as they get older or get grown, then the mother may tell them the truth about the whole situation. You know, but I think the parents need to address this matter as soon as it happens. That's what I think. Yeah, they need to
Yeah.
address this matter as soon as they recognize it. When you see a red flag, go ahead and address the matter head on. Yes, address it head on.
And it's
And yeah, back
unfortunate.
to the family value thing. And like I was saying
Right.
before, that is I remember being a kid, man. I used to see the fathers walking down the street with the lunch boxes and whatnot, man, getting on a bus with the creased khakis on, nice pressed shirts and whatnot, going to work, man. They're going out to make a living for their family, man. I don't even see that no more. See, the things I saw when I was coming up, I'm a baby boomer. So the things that I saw, I don't see now. Yeah. And it's very disencouraging, to me. Yeah. Because like these families, they really could come back together, but they got to start from somewhere. They got to start from scratch, man. And just start doing things together, like eating dinners together, or either just everybody just getting together, sitting down talking, or just having a family discussion. Anything, man. But it seems like everybody want to be divided now in the household, man. Everybody don't want to come
Oh
together.
yeah, we ain't gonna get
I've seen. I was even guilty of it myself. You know, because it's something that catches on to you after a while if you see other people doing it, and it's just like a bad disease. It catches on to you. Yep.
and that family
So
members
anybody got any questions that he want to
do
ask?
I want to
Yeah,
tell
but like Miss Shower said, man, this mental health thing is a very big problem in the black community, man. Because a lot of people are ignoring it, man. They're just taking it for granted and thinking that the person is just sick or something, man. This person really needs help. And when a person needs help, man, we need to get them help. Get them to a doctor and let them see the proper people who they need to see. They might need to see a psychiatrist or whatever. They might need to lay down on that couch and be talked to. They don't need to go to jail, but this is what people think. As soon as somebody who's mentally ill do something out here, they want to lock them up, knock them in the head, and all this type of stuff. You can't do that, man. You got to take these people and get them some proper help that they need to solve this type of issue that we have in our black community. Okay, let's see.
and
Miss Shy,
it's so
okay. Shy City chat. The world is sick and needs help with that. And it's so sad. Yes, yes, the world is very, very sick. Let me tell you why this world is sick. Right now, we're living in the last days. So it's going to be sicker and sicker. Things are getting rough out here, and it's going to get rougher. You know, it's all kind of spirits out here in the air, right? Yeah, it's killing spirits and everything. All this stuff is in the air. It's manifest. All you got to do is read your Bible, and you can see exactly what's going on every day in this world. Yeah, it'll tell you what's going on. Yeah, spirits all see. We're in a spiritual war right now. We're in a spiritual war, and this is spiritual warfare that we're fighting. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities in high places and wicked places. Yes, this is what we're dealing with. We can't fight this war with guns and swords. We have to fight this war with the word of God. That's how we got to fight this war. Yes, we
yes,
got to do it that way because, man, we ain't seen nothing yet because this is just the beginning of sorrow that we're in now. Because from what I've been reading or seeing and actually hearing, I don't know if y'all Bible reading people, but I read the Bible. So what I'm saying, Please listen to me. Two of these horses have been released. The four horsemen. I know y'all know about that. Two of the horses have been released on down on this earth. They poured out the spirit. The pale horse has been released, and the red fiery horse has been released. And they have poured out their spirits of killing on this earth. That's why we see so much killing and murdering going on in this world right now. Because the spirits are out here. They're out here now. This spirit is out here, the killing spirit. And the devil is jumping into, I'll just say the enemy is jumping into people, using people going out here doing things that they have no business doing. But they don't know they're being used by the enemy. But they're being used.
Exactly.
And he's not playing. He's running rapid out here and doing what he want to do. And that's why we have so much chaos going on in this world right now. So much chaos.
Steve,
but one thing I could give some advice. Just stay close to God if you can. Stay prayed up,
Yes.
I'm not trying to sound like no religious freak or anything. I'm just trying to let people know, man. Keep yourself prayed up. Stay close to God, man. He'll see you through.
You don't have to be.
That's just a word of advice.
Spiritual.
It's like I said, I'm not trying to be no religious nut or anything. I'm just telling you, some good advice. Yes. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on this mental health thing. This mental health thing is very serious, though. Like I was saying before, man. Because I see a lot of people walking around mental. But when I see these type of people, my heart really goes out to them because it's like everybody just turned their back on these type of folks. They make fun of these people, and you can't be messing around with these people like that because these people can snap on you in the blink of an eye, and it's not their fault. It's just the mindset that they're in at this specific time. So, that's what I see. I'm going to read this. They say the problem is we don't raise our kids like our grandparents did. And you're exactly right. We don't raise our kids right. See, these people today, they want to raise their kids and put them in time out and all this foolishness instead of spanking them on a hand like that or something, Forget the time out crap, because that's what the people over there do. We don't supposed to do that, but we learned that from the people over there. You know what I mean? On the left side, we learned that from them. We don't need no time out for no kids. We need to spank them and let them know right from wrong from the beginning. But a lot of people don't like spanking their kids, but hey, to each his own, I'm just saying, just do what's best for you. Yeah, do what's best for you. And I'm gonna finish reading your comment. It says, and to know better is to do better. Yes, that's right. To know better is to do better. And if you know better, you will do better. I agree with you. But if it is broken, don't fix it. Exactly. You're exactly right, miss. Yes, you are. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'll probably do one or two things different than my parents. Yeah, you could. Like the way my parents raised me, if we did wrong, we would get it right there on location. It doesn't matter. If we did something wrong out in the street, we would get popped right there. It's like that spanking. You get spanked on the hand or either on the butt, man. You don't have to abuse your kids. See, this is where people go wrong at. Some people go too far. And when you abuse your kids, then you're heading for trouble. You can't abuse the kids, man. You have to just spank them in a proper way. It's a proper way to spank kids, man. You don't have to just hit them with anything you have in your hand and all that. Some people grab a stick, a mop, an iron, anything, man, and hit you with it, man. You can't do that. That's child abuse. And see, once the CPA come to your house, knocking on your door, you're not going to like that. You're not going to like it. So it's best to correct your child in the right manner, And
correct.
And while you spanking them, let them know why you're spanking them. You can talk to him, right? Because my father used to do that to me. When he was hitting me, he said, and this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. That's what he did, right? He was talking to me at the same time while he was spanking me, right? But now I understand. I understand why. Yeah, I understand. Yes. Just like I said, it's a proper way to do things. You don't have to always abuse your kids, man, because that child abuse can get you in a world of trouble. It can get you in a world of trouble. Because once you got that on your
Steve,
record, that don't look good. No, no, no. It doesn't look good at all.
mhm.
But
Steve,
I
drop
just
your
hope our
link.
people wake up, man, because there's a lot of things that's going kind of crazy and haywire in our community, man. Like we was discussing, the family values. See, the people over there, they want us to fail. They want us to fail, but we can show them different that we're much stronger than that. We can win. Yes, we can win. Yeah, they want, everything they designed for us to fail. You know, all of this stuff that's going on out here was planned by design. You know, just like all this baby formula stuff that was planned by design. There's no shortage. These people just doing things for our downfall, man. They don't want to see us make it out here. That's the whole problem. They don't want to see us make it. So they'll do anything in their power to bring us down. And I mean, not to get off the subject, but I had made a video a couple of weeks, about a week ago, about the monkeypox thing, but I'm coming back on that. See, I agree, but you can force. I agree, but you can't force people to get help. I mean, and that is so true. You can't force people, and I don't think you should force people. To be honest with you, I mean, you can ask people, and try to guide them to the right type of help if they want to, if they're willing and able to do this. I mean, but I agree with you. You shouldn't force anybody to do anything because everybody has their own free will. Even though some of these folks are not in the right state of mind set, so sometimes we may have to try to convince some of them. But like you said, we can't force people to do anything. And I do agree with you on that, Miss. Yes, I do agree. Black girl beauty. I agree with you. Yes, I agree. Because sometimes when you force people to do things, it doesn't work out right. So most of the time, it's best if they come along and agree with you. All right. April Showers, it says also, if DCFS gets involved, please watch 2G. We break the chains. Yes. hmm Yeah. So if they get involved, you're going to be in a lot of trouble once they get involved. And you're right, Miss Showers. You don't want them to get involved. Mm-mm. So it's best to do things right from jump. That way you won't be in any type of trouble. Yep. You won't be in no trouble whatsoever. Not with them anyway. So I agree with you on that. 100%. Yes. 100%. So most people that are mentally ill don't realize they have a problem. Yes, that's true too. A lot of people don't know that they have this problem, and some do. So we're going to deal with the ones who don't know. The ones who don't know, those are the ones that we should be trying to get them some help. The ones who don't know, we should be trying our best to try to get them some type of help, get them, rehabilitated somehow, get them into a clinic or a program where they can get some real help, some real help that they need, get them the professional help that they need because what's going to happen? They're going to go ahead and do something, and the police is going to lock them up, and that's a place they don't need to be locked up. Yeah, childhood trauma is affecting our children. Yes, it is, and yeah, and you're right. And a lot of this stuff comes from childhood trauma. Yeah, this a lot of it comes from being abused as a child, and it messes your mind up as you're growing up into a teenager into adulthood. Yeah, it messes you up. I agree on that. Yes. Childhood trauma. And a lot of people are putting trauma on their kids, man. Like I said, these people are abusing their kids. They are child abusing these kids. They're beating them with extension cords and stuff like that. High heel shoes. See, you can hurt somebody with those high heel shoes and stuff, man. You can really hurt somebody bad or damage them, man. You know, you can damage them, their minds for life, man. You know, that's a mental thing. So you have to be easy with, you have to be easy with these type of people. Really, you have to be easy with them because, man, this is not a game. This is real life. This is real life stuff that we're dealing with. Real life. So we should have as much compassion as we can on these type of folks who have are dealing with these type of issues. You know, we need to have compassion for these people and try to talk with these people and see if we can get them some professional help instead of trying to have these people locked up or something like that. No, no, no. That's not the answer. Having somebody locked up. No. They say children play too many video games. Oh man, I got to clap on that one because I made a video on that also. And I had to deal with this with my grandson. I got 5 grandsons. So I had to deal with my grandson the other day about this because he lives and breathes these video games. His mother bought him a tablet, and this boy wakes up with this thing in the morning and he goes to sleep with it at night. But when he comes to my house, I'll take it from him and I'll tell him, look, you're only going to play on this for like an hour. And after that hour's up, I'll take it from him. Then I might sit down and read some books with him and show him how to read or teach him his ABCs or something like that. You know, this is the type of stuff I do with my grandkids, right? Because I'm trying to lead them and guide them in the right direction so they won't go down the wrong rabbit hole. Yes, I agree with that. And that's another thing. This internet is raising our kids, man. And I don't want that for my grandkids. The internet is raising these children out here. Because I'm gonna tell you what the mothers do. The mothers they give these kids these tablets and stuff just to get them out of their face. She said, "Here, take this. Go sit in the corner," and the kid will be on that thing playing all day. The mother, she's I don't know what's going on. The mother might be in another room smoking some weed or something. I don't know, drinking. I don't know. I'm just saying. For instance, this is what the parents do. They give the kid the thing and leave him alone. You know. Okay, it says, why do kids at 5 have a cell phone? Good question. I want to know that too. Well, you're right. Why would a kid at 5 years old have a cell phone? See, I blame all this stuff on the parents. This is the foolishness that the parents are doing. It's not the kid's fault. It's the parents. See, for one thing, some of the parents, they're still kids themselves. Yeah, some of these parents are still kids themselves. I mean, they're in a grown-up body, but they have a kid's mind. Some of these parents out here. Yes. And I made a video about that. You know, like the mothers, they don't want to be the mothers. They don't want to be parents to their daughters. They want to be friends. So you can't be friends with your kids. You gotta be a parent to your kids. You can't be their friend because once you start being their friend, they're gonna want you to hang out with them, smoke with them, drink with them, and do all this stuff. You know, you can't be their friend. You have to be a parent to your kids. That's the bottom line. Yes, that's the bottom line. And I agree with that. Why do a kid at 5 years old have a cell phone? That's a good that's a good question. That's a real good question because I want to know that too myself. At 5 years old, why would a kid have a cell phone? Somebody tell me, please. Yeah, somebody tell me. Why would a kid have a cell phone at that age? You see, I don't know about 5, but my girl is 9. She got a phone. She back and forth with her dad. But I mean, I can understand what you're saying, Noonie, because you know that's for emergency things. So I mean, that's understandable. But I'm just saying, some of these parents just go out and buy the kids phones just to be buying them, you know. But what you're doing here, that's emergency business. So that's great. I agree with you, Miss Nooney. Yes, I agree with you wholeheartedly. Yeah, but a lot of people, I see kids, I say 11, 12, 13, cell phones. That's all they doing. Like when I was coming up, the little girls was outside playing hopscotch, jumping rope. You know what I mean? They was out there jumping rope for hours, playing hopscotch, playing a little game of jacks, bat and ball and all that. That's what the little girls was doing back then when I was coming up. But now, I don't know what to say. I just tell these people to raise your kids right, please. If you do not want them to go astray, raise your kids in the right manner. Please, please, please hear me, folks. Raise your kids right. Because if you raise up a kid right, he'll do what's right. Sometimes they might go astray, but they always come back and start doing the right thing again. I was the same way growing up. My parents, I had both of my parents in the household. But as I got into my teenage years, that's when I started going astray. Regardless to what they had taught me, I did what I wanted to do in my own mind. I went out there, got in trouble, got on drugs. Yeah, all of that. Started drinking, started smoking cigarettes. Yeah, hanging around with the wrong crowd. And then being peer pressured. That's another thing, peer pressure. But the peer pressure today is a lot worse than it was back then. Like I said, I'm a baby boomer. I'm 63 years old. I'm a baby boomer. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to tell my age because I don't look like I'm 63. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, this stuff is ridiculous. That's going on out here. It's really ridiculous. Like I said, the parents they want to be friends with their kids. I've seen it, man, happen, and it makes me so irritated. The mother, she's getting dressed up to go out to a club with her daughter. Now, come on now. When you should be teaching these young girls how to be young girls instead of hanging out with them in a club, you know, teaching them the wrong things, man. You gotta raise these kids right. That's just the bottom line, man. Even though, like I said, I did some wrong things in my life as I was growing up, but it is what it is, you know. But I still turned out to be a pretty nice fellow. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. But I love the way I was brought up because, like I said, the family structure was well put together back then. And people need to go back and follow that guideline from back then because there's nothing wrong with the family sitting down at the table, having a discussion over dinner. Yes, and breakfast. We used to have breakfast together with my family. We used to have dinner. I wouldn't say lunch because lunchtime everybody's gone their own way, you know. Father's at work, mother might be in the house cleaning up or something. Kids are in school, right? Say hello. Hello. Inspired, empowered mama. Yes, hello. It says, hey, Miss April, I can go live. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's see. What about kids smoking weed in front of the... See, this is what I'm talking about. See, I have made a video about that too, because like I said, the mothers are out here smoking weed with the kids. You can't do this. If you're going to be a parent, you cannot do none of these things with your kids. You know, you have to be a parent to you have to be a parent to your kid, not a friend. See, once you start playing this friend stuff with them, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say. They don't want to obey you. They don't want to listen to you or nothing. See, when you start smoking and drinking with your kids, it's over. It's a done deal. Yes, it's a done deal. So it's best to raise your kids right from Jump Street. Say hello, Maz, and everyone in the chat. Hello to you too, Miss Inspired, Empowered Mama. Pleased to meet you. I think I subbed to you today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like your videos too. Yeah, let's give a shout out to Mama. Yes, I'm give her a shout out. Yes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, back on this family matters, man, it's rough. But I just wish and I hope and I pray, man, that our black people get back on to this schedule that we used to do back then. It would be so beautiful to see families do this once again, man. Everybody sitting down at the table, eating, talking, discussing what's going on for the day. That's something for a family to do. Sit down at the table, everybody say, what happened in school today? Or what happened such and such and such? What did you do today, Johnny? Huh? Well, how was your day at work today, honey? That's how they talk, wives and husbands. Yeah. But we don't get this kind of stuff no more. Some people too lazy to raise their kids. You're absolutely right. They are too lazy. And I've seen it over and over and over. And I'm still seeing it. People are so lazy. I've seen people get their hair done, and their kids' hair is so nappy and matted today. And I asked them, like, wait a minute. I said, how come this little boy his hair is braided, but it's all matted up? I said, how come his hair is still looking like this, but you got your hair done? This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is what they do. This is what they do, Miss Nooney. This is what they do. As long as they looking good, they're not worrying about the kids, man. They're not even worried. This is the world we living in now. Nobody's worrying about no kids. Not at all. Say, please drop link in chat. April showers. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Inspired mama. Mm-hmm. April showers. We have to come together and fight for our children. Yes, we're gonna have to do that because the stuff that's going on right now, man, it shouldn't be going on. We have to fight for our youth and our children, man, because you know it shouldn't be this way. If you can, if you can, if you can braid your damn kid's hair, if you can't braid your damn kid's hair, and you got a boy, you better just keep a fade. Right. And this is what I told the young lady. I said, why don't you just cut his hair if you can't afford to just keep getting it braided or whatever? But the thing about it, she knows how to braid, but she's so busy out here running around in the street, she don't have time to braid anything. This is what's going on. These mothers, they don't have time. They running behind a man, chasing a man. This is what they're doing. I'm just going to be point blank about it. Yeah, they running behind a man. That's what's going on. Exactly. They said later for the kid. I'll get back with him later. You know. Yeah, that's what's going on. These women out here chasing these men. They forgetting all about their kids. It's about the man, not the kid. Yeah, and it's pitiful, just like you said, Noonie. Absolutely right, Noonie. It's pitiful. It's a shame and it's a disgrace. And it hurts me to my heart to see this type of mess going on in my black community. When will we learn? When will we wake up, man? Please, somebody tell me. Somebody help me. It's sad. I mean, this is a subject is very touchy to me. Very touchy. The young mothers don't want to say nothing to their children. Oh, that's so true. They don't want you to say nothing to their children. They don't want you to correct their children or anything. See, if you go to correct these children, the parents are going to come back and cuss you out. What you doing saying such and such to my kid? I'm his mother. See, this is the type of reaction you're going to get from the parents if you try to correct somebody's kids today. And see, when I was coming up, it was a different story. When I was coming up, you could correct the kids. Then they could send you home to get another beating. Even your neighbors could beat you back then. They could spank you and send you home to get another spanking. But now I can look back on those days, but I love it. I love it. But this is the way it is. Today, if you correct somebody's kid, you might get shot. Honestly. And that's the honest to God truth. What do you think about your grown, unmarried kids shacking up? And oh, that's a no-no. My parents didn't go for that. It's not going to be any shacking up. My mother did not go for that. I mean, there's a lot of times she had caught me sneaking girls in the basement, spending the night because I was sleeping in the basement when I was growing up, right? So my mother had caught me many mornings with women in the basement, She'll come down the basement step. Boy, get them girls out of here. I'm like embarrassed, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. But see, this stuff goes on now. Nobody pays it no attention. This stuff is all good and all gravy. People don't care what they do these days. Parents let the kids shack up, smoke weed in their house and everything. They don't care. This is a whole different generation we're dealing with. So this is what we got. This is what we get. If they paying the rent, who cares? I mean, I don't care. You know, that's what the parents say. As long as they paying rent, they can do what they want to do. But you got to have some kind of rules and regulations in your home, man. You don't have all types of things going on in your house. You're not running a whorehouse or anything. You know what I mean? You don't let, this. Nah. I mean, but to each his own. But I'm just saying, my parents didn't go for that. And now that I look back, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't. Because if they did, I would probably have kids all over Baltimore City right now. See, everything worked for the good. Hmm. Yeah, if they paying the rent, okay, okay. See, if being grown and handling your business, it shouldn't be a problem being respectful, responsible. True, if you're grown enough to handle your business and being responsible. See, that's the thing. The average person I see out here today, they're not being responsible and they're not handling their business. I'm serious. The people I see, they're not being responsible, not whatsoever. But I mean, like if you're being responsible and handling your business, that's another thing. Sure, I agree with you. But I don't see a lot of people handling their business out here. I don't. I don't know about you, but I'm just saying me. I don't see a lot of people handling their business. I see people doing the opposite. Hit the like button. Still here, listening. Great live. Yes. What I'm saying, I'm gonna go back to this again. The mental health thing. This is a very, very big problem in our Black communities. And we're gonna have to try to slow this thing down or get a handle on it because it's too many of our people who have mental issues going to prison for no earthly reason, just because they have a mental condition. See, when you have a mental condition, like I said, you need to get some professional help. Jail is not the answer. Prison is not the answer. These people need to have professional help and get on some type of medication that can keep them calm and normal. This is what they need. They may have to sit down on the couch and talk to that psychiatrist or whatever. Get these folks some help. Yeah, we need to work on that in our communities. Hello, wellness, the Figure Mama. How you doing? Yes, Miss Nooney's back. Yes, thank you, Miss Nooney. Thank you, Miss Nooney. Anybody got any more questions? Shoot them at me. I'm ready. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on this. Family matters. But from what I'm thinking, man, I think this thing has went too far now to turn back with the family structure. I mean, it can be done, but it's going to take a little bit of work to get this thing back up and running again. Because, you know, it seems like people are just set in their own ways these days, man. And this is a different generation we're living in. So, and it's kind of hard talking to these younger people, man, because a lot of times they act like they know more than what we know. You see, you can't tell them nothing. And these young people can't tell me nothing. Because like I tell them, I say all the stuff that you're doing now, I done done. I done lived this. So I can talk to you about this. But they don't want to hear that. They know everything. So hey, sometimes I just let them go. All right, together we break chains. What do you think about mothers and fathers trashing one another because they are not together anymore? Now you know, that's being very childish. Yes, that's really childish. I see this every day. Yes, every day. Just because you're not with a person, you still have to sit down and give this person respect, man. You got to act like two grown adults. This is what you have to do. You can't be still acting like a child. You mad because you're not with this woman, or you mad because you're not with this man. Come on, no. That's childish. You got to sit down like two grown, responsible adults and talk this thing out and level it off. Yeah, that's how you got to do that, man. You can't be acting like a kid all your life. This is what's going on. I see a lot of this every day. Yes, a lot of it. But like I said, if you're a grown, responsible adult, sit down and talk these things out. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. But get back to this mental health thing. Like I was saying, man, we're gonna have to get these folks some help. We'll have to come together in our black communities and try to work on this thing because these people need help, man. They need help, you know. And it don't sometimes it doesn't take much for these people to snap out on you. And a lot of times they're doing things and they don't even know they're doing them. And the first thing that happens, the police come, pick them up, take them to jail. And that's a place where they do not belong. Because once they get in jail, they're gonna be in there going off on other people in the prison, and they may wind up getting their self hurt behind the wall. You know, yeah. This is, it's ridiculous. These people need professional help. This is what they need, professional help. And this is what we're going to get them, professional help. No prison, no jail, none of that. They need professional help. They need to be on their medication. They need to be talking to a psychiatrist and all the other things that go along with it, man. This is what they need. It's not no jails that they need, not no prisons. Okay. They say, what do you feel about men that get angry because the mother put the father on child support, but he was not taking it? Oh, well, if the mother put the father on child support, I think that she did it for a good reason. I mean, if the father's not taking care of the kid, I think the mother does have a right to put the man on child support. But if the guy's taking care of the kid and doing everything possible that he can do, I don't think the mother should put him on child support. If he's doing a lot of things, helping out around it with everything, I don't think she should do that. Either way, even if the man's on child support, either way, if you're taking care of your business, I don't think you should be on child support. Yeah, but some people are just angry because they're not together anymore, as they say. See, it's a whole lot of different things all wound up into this. Yeah, I've seen it. I seen it a couple of days ago. Yeah, person is mad 'cause they're not with this person anymore, so they want to take out their anger on this person for no reason. This is the type of stuff you get out of this, and then the kid has to deal with all this foolishness. You know, mother and boyfriend arguing, ex-boyfriend arguing. I mean, baby mama or whatever they want to call it. Hi, James, money. Oh yeah, April Showers. He said, "What do you think about parents allowing kids to change gender?" Well, my opinion, I mean, I don't think that it's right, but I mean, everybody have their free will to do what they want to do. But I'm gonna give it to you on a biblical standpoint. The Bible said that's not right, so I would follow the Bible, me personally, because I mean, if you don't like what God gave you, something's wrong with you. I mean, there's a lot of things I don't like about my body, but this is what God gave me, and this is what I'm gonna keep. I'm not gonna change nothing, even though I don't like it. I'm still not gonna change it. Period. You gotta. God made us in His own image. God do not make mistakes. Yeah, so thank God for what He's given you, man. Just be thankful, because one day you're gonna have to answer again about what you've done to yourself. You're gonna have to answer to God about that. Not trying to be biblical, y'all. I'm just answering things the way I feel that is necessary. Yes. You see, what do you think about parents around? Yeah, okay. I already answered that. Yeah, but it's a lot of, like I say, this is a whole different generation we're living in. And people are going to be doing things that's unseen, and a lot of unseemly things that we may not think is right in our eyesight. But it's right. I mean, people are going to do what they want to do. So hey, who am I to say? All I can do is assume. That's all I can do is assume. I can't tell these folks what to do, man. I can maybe sit down and have a talk with them or chat, ask a few questions like, why did you want to do this or anything, something like that. But I know the parents are really hurting inside. They may not show it, but I've heard a lot of parents say, I will support my child. I don't care what they have changed or anything, but they say they will support the child. And I mean, I don't blame them on that part. You got to love your kid regardless to what they do. But I know it's a hurting feeling inside, deep down inside, it's a hurting feeling. It has to be. If you had raised a boy you brought a boy into this world, then he turned into you know, that's a hurting feeling, man. That's really deep, deep down hurting feeling. But I guess everybody deal with things in different ways. Yeah. But let me see. Back to this family matter thing. And as I was saying before about the family structure, I hope we get back, to doing some of these things, you know, because this is a good way to be brought up, you know. And I'm asking some of the folks out there if you could start raising your grandkids this way, if you have grandkids, have them sit down with you, talk and eat dinner. You got grandkids, sit them all down, sit them down at the dinner table. Y'all have dinner and discuss things. Well, ask them different things like, how was your day? Or what did you do today? How was school? Or, you might ask you, how was work today or something. We gotta sit down and have these little discussions. This is what keeps families together, man. Family that prays together stays together. Yeah. hmm This is exactly what happens. But it's mental health. Mental health is one big situation that we are dealing with right now, man. It's a heavy situation. We need to get this thing in order because, man, it's way out of hand, and we need to get a hold on it. Stop locking these people up when they don't. See, these people don't need to be in no prisons. They need to have professional help, as I once said before. They need to get on some type of medication. They need to sit down on that chair, talk to that psychiatrist, and get themselves, get themselves on balance and on the right road. Yeah, that's not hard to do if they're willing to do that. It's like that other young lady said, we can't force people to do anything. And it's not good to try to force anybody to do anything. You can sit down and have a friendly conversation with a person and maybe try to convince this person, like, man, you really need some help. Let me help you out and see if we can get you over here, such and such and such. You gotta, it's a way you can talk to people in a nice way to get them, even convince them. It's a way to talk to folks, man. You can't just come out in a rough manner like, look, I'm going to take you down such and such, and you're going to go. No, you can't talk to people like that. Like I said, you got to talk to people in a nice way to make it sound convincing. Yes. What do you do? Change the agenda. Yeah, man. I know. I could tell y'all a whole lot of. Excuse me. I could tell y'all a lot of stories about that, though. But I rather not. Not at this time,
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, I could
Steve,
tell you a
I
lot of stories
really
about that
appreciate you
that I
coming
know about
on the
personally.
show.
Some of these people have went all the way. But like I said, that's none of my business. So I'm I'm gonna let that one go. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too deep on that one because you never know who's watching. So I gotta be careful on that one. Right. Yeah, but this is a very good discussion that we're having. Does anybody else want to come up on the panel? and discuss this with us?
Yeah, I was telling people that they could come up to the panel so we could talk about
Yeah, I just
this.
want to give a shout out to Miss April
And
for
I'm so
inviting me, and
glad.
thank you, Miss Showers, for the invitation. This, yeah, and thank you for this invitation.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's no
So I want
problem.
to give a shout out to
I
Miss
want
April
everybody
right
to
now,
make
y'all.
it.
I'm gonna shout her out
I
right
want
now,
to
y'all.
bring
Miss
on
April,
a guest speaker every
shouting
night.
her out. She's a beautiful woman. She has a beautiful spirit. You know, me and her, we just connected just like that. You know, see, beautiful
Yeah,
people connect together. Yes, her spirit agreed with mine, and mine's agreed with hers. So that's how we met. Yeah,
yeah.
beautiful lady. Yes. Yeah, but back to this mental health thing, man. I mean, this is something, man, we got to work on. Really. See, why do you say the people? You see, what do you say to people when they say, "Mind your business"? Well, in that case, if they tell you to mind your business, I think you should mind your business. To be honest, you know, I mean, you can't force people. If they say mind your business, mind your business. Because if you don't mind your business, you could get a hot one. You know what I mean? So you can't play with people in this day and time because you never know what they're going to do. So I would be careful. If they say mind your business, I'm going to mind my business. Because when they say I'll be back, they will be back. And you better not be around when they come back. Hey, everyone. Murray, Murray Ma, shout out to you. Yes. Just be careful out here because if people tell you to mind your business. Especially if it's a person that has a mental disorder or a mental situation. Because these people do not know what they're doing, man. And you know, they will snap out on you just like that in the blink of an eye. And it's not their fault because they, like I said before, they're not in the right state of mind. So we can't blame them. We need to get them some help. That's what we need to do. Get them some professional help. Like I said, we have to get them into a hospital, clinic, or whatever. Yes, and get them some professional help. Let them sit there and talk to the psychiatrist or whatever. Get them on some medication that they might need for their situation. Yes. Just coming in. Welcome in, Miss Mary. Mary Ma. Welcome in. But yeah, this is what we need. You know, we need to help these folks. Instead of criticizing these people and downplaying these people, we need to help these folks get into whatever program they need to get them into a clinic that can help them, or a hospital, or some kind of program, anything. We need to get them there as soon as possible. Yeah, if they're willing to go. I mean, there's no reason to force them. If they don't want to go, hey, they don't want to go. Straight up like that. If they don't want to go, they just don't want to go. You can't make nobody do anything. So that's the best way to do it. Just sit down and have a talk with them and see if they want up there, if they're willing to go. Mm. Back to the family structure. Huh. There's no more family structure. Like I said, I made a video about that about 3 weeks ago, and it was titled "The Family Structure is Dead." But I still have hope for it, you know, because it can be done. Anything can be redone, but it still won't be as good as the original. You know, anything that's original cannot be remade. It can be remade, but it's not going to be exactly like the original. But I think this would be a great idea for the families to get back together and sit down and do what they do. All right, it says stop sweeping mess under the rug. And I do agree with that because when you sweep things under the rug, it just piles up and piles up to be more dust. That's all it does. And after a while, it's going to pile up so much, it's going to explode. That's what's going to happen. So we can't sweep things under the rug. No, don't do that. That's not a good look. Like I said, if you keep sweeping it under the rug, the pile is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The more dust you sweep under the rug, it's gonna get bigger and bigger. Then one day you're gonna have a whole mess on your hands. That's what's gonna happen. A big explosion. Yes, this is what's gonna happen. Honestly, this is what's gonna happen. I'm not telling you nothing wrong. This is what's gonna happen, people. I'm just being honest about it. You're gonna have a big mess on your hands. Yeah, sweeping things under the rug. No, you can't do that. We gotta face these things head on, man. We cannot sweep anything under the rug. Face it head on. This is what you do in life. In real life, you face your problems head on. This is how you break the curses. You face your problems head on. Because if you don't, the problem is going to be still there, waiting on you. So you must face your problems head on. Yes. Mm-hmm. See, teach boys to respect girls. Yes. Yeah. When you're raising your boys, you got to teach them to respect the little girls because you don't want your sons growing up beating on girls and all that type of stuff. You don't want that. So catch them at a young age and teach them to respect girls. Teach them to look out for girls and things of that nature. Because I see little boys hitting on girls. I said, no, don't hit her. She's a girl, right? You got to be careful with that. Because this comes from parents not teaching their kids the right things. This is what it comes from. Parents not teaching them. See, a lot of this stuff I can blame on the parents because it's not the child's fault. A child is just a child. He don't know. Sometimes they don't know what's right and what's wrong unless the parents teach them. So this has to come from the parents. The teaching has to come from the parents to the child. Yes. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Any more
I want
questions?
to say happy birthday to Together We Break the Chain.
Times five.
And
Teaching the girls. Yeah, back to the.
please, everybody that
Let me see what was I talking about.
entered the chat tonight,
Okay,
please
so I'm going
subscribe
back
to
to
their
the.
channel. Yeah.
It's a very deep and necessary conversation. We have to continue creating awareness. Awesome work. Keep it up. Thank you, Miss Mary Ma. This is what I do. I
Yes,
like
thank you.
talking to my people. I like giving my people good information that they can use. You know, the information that I put out, I hope it helps somebody because this is what we need. We need somebody to speak out because nowadays we don't have a lot of voices, you know, showing us the right way. And we need this in all of our communities. We need somebody to speak up and speak out and let your people know what's going on around you. You know, we need this. This is a must have. You must have a voice in your community. And I think this is what God put me here to do, to speak to my people, let them know what's going on out here and what's going on around you. Yes. But yes, this is a deep conversation. Yes, it is. Very deep, especially the mental health. This is one that I'm pretty much really concerned about because we have a very big problem in our community with this going on, this mental health thing, man. You see a lot of people sleeping outside, homeless people. These people have mental conditions, man. Some of them. Yeah. You see people talking to themselves and whatnot, man. It just saddens me when I see this kind of stuff going on, man. And we can't get no help for this mess because these people need help. And like I said, that president, I mean, I see all this money the president's sending over to these other countries. But what about the people right here in America who are suffering every day, man? Okay, so definitely, even if you just So even if just one person at a time, that is progress. Yes, it is. That's you're right. You're right, Miss Mary. You're absolutely right. If you just reach one person at a time, that's progress right there. That's progress. Oh yeah. But like I was saying, all this money that the president is sending to Ukraine, do you know how much billions of dollars he have sent over there? This man have sent billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. But I'm sitting back wondering, well, what about the people here in America? What about all these homeless people and all the people with these mental issues laying around out here on the streets, sleeping in the gutters and stuff? What about us? What are y'all gonna do about this? And I know, like I said, all of this stuff was planned by design. This is stuff they have been planned for years and years and years. Everything is planned for our downfall. It's all planned for our downfall. Yes, it's a shame, but it is what it is. Mm, it is what it is. So definitely one person, even okay. It's a tent city mentality. It's tent city mentality. Our black community suffering, yet the president gives other countries money. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. I was saying about all the billions and billions of dollars that he sent over to Ukraine. But what about the people right here in America? What about your own country? What about us? You know, I mean, it's sad, man. I mean, if that don't show you that this president do not care anything about America. See, one thing about this president that we have, Biden, this man is working on the dark side. See, he's not working for us. He's working on the dark side. He's working in a whole different realm. He's not working for us. He's working on the dark side. He's in a whole different realm. Yeah, this man is wicked, very wicked. He's a wicked man. But the time is almost up. The Most High, he's going to destroy this earth, and his people will not be touched. But he's going to destroy this earth. People will vote for him. Yep, you're right. See, this is what we're programmed to do. We've been programmed year after year after year after year. So it's just gonna be hard trying to change things around because we've been brainwashed. I'll put it that way, brainwashed and programmed to do these things. But me, myself, and I'm not voting for nobody, never again in my life. And I'm not working for nobody. I'm not working for nobody, and I'm not voting for anybody. I'm my own boss. Yes, my own boss, and that's the way it's gonna stay. See, this is not how this world was designed. This world was designed for us to live freely, have freedom of speech, and all that type of stuff. But they changed it and took everything away from us. Now this is what we're dealing with. This is the aftermath of what they have done to us. Yes, this is the aftermath. They have destroyed our lives, man. They took everything that we have built. And we have built, the black melanated people have built America. America was built off of our backs, our blood and sweat and tears, man. We built America. But what do we get out of the deal? Nothing but a hard way to go. And it's sad to say, but it is what it is. Yeah, they'll vote for him again. Seems like people just won't wake up, man.
Right.
I'm gonna keep talking though. I don't care. I'm gonna keep talking till my tongue turn blue. I'm gonna talk till somebody catch on.
You put the
I
order
got you. I got you. This is what God put me for. He put me here to do. Everybody's put on this earth for a reason, a purpose. This is my purpose, to notify my people. Yes, this is my purpose. This is what I like to do. I love talking. I like giving my people information that they need to hear. Yes, this is what I like. Mm. Let me see. What? Yeah, we built this country. Of course we did. This country was built off our blood, sweat, and tears, man. But what do we get in return? Nothing. We get nothing in return. We never got our reparations, and we never will. Not in this lifetime. I don't think we will. Yeah, we haven't got our reparations yet. I was waiting on my 40 acres and a mule, but I didn't gave up on that one. Yes, I gave up on that. Don't look like we're gonna get it, because by this time they owe me more than 40 acres and a mule. They owe me about 100 acres by now and 40 mules. Hmm. But like I said, their time is almost up. You know, they've been doing this stuff to us for 400 years. But the Most High, he's getting tired, man. He's getting ready to destroy this world. And his people who's following him will not be touched. But he's going to destroy this wicked world. So I advise anybody, get close to God, stay prayed up, get your life together. Hmm. Any more questions? Okay, we're going to get back on this subject again about mental health. As I said before, if anybody new coming in, this is a very big problem that we have in our Black community. It's a very big problem in the Black community. I mean, but it's in all communities. But it's pretty bad in the Black community right now. It's very bad. It's a very big problem. I mean, it's in the white community too, also, and Hispanics. But the Black community is pretty bad. It's a very bad problem, and we need to deal with it, man. We need to deal with this problem. Yes, we need to deal with it. Because if we don't deal with it now, it's going to get worse and worse. And then it's going to get out of hand to the point where people may be dying and losing their lives behind this. We don't want that to happen. We don't want people going to jail unnecessarily when they don't need a jail. They need help. This is what they need. Okay. I thank you, Steve. All right. Miss Flowers, I thank you too. I thank you for your invitation. And I pray to God that you have a very good evening for the rest of your evening. Shout out to everybody in the chat who came in and listened. I appreciate y'all. I'm glad somebody's out there listening. Until next time, everybody be safe. Mm. Are we are we done, Miss April? Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to sign off.
Can you
I'm
hear
waiting for
me?
Miss April to see what she's going to do.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm getting ready to sign out.
Can you hear me?
I guess she's gone. Gone too.
No, wait a minute. Steve, can you hear me?
Mm.
Can you hear me? Okay. I guess he doesn't hear.
Are we done? Are we finished,
Mm-hmm.
Miss April?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think it's
Must
hearing
be.
me. Steve, can you hear me? Okay. All right. So I think Steve, he couldn't hear me at the end. If anybody would like to co-host tomorrow, I'll bring you on my platform. And I thank you all for joining us. Thank you.